Okay, good evening, everyone. Once again, so sorry for the interruption. I have issues with my gadget. Okay, I hope you're feeling back now. Okay, so once again, everyone, good evening, and you're welcome to today's live. I hope you're fully back. So once again, sorry for the interruption. So the last question I was asking before we got cut off was that what is the particular topic for tonight's session? Like Untitled says with Adebola is the overall topic, right? But like what's the particular topic for tonight's session? So do we have anybody that wants to remind us? You can just type it in the chat box. Do you have anybody that wants to remind us? Anyone that wants to remind us? We have few people on the live already. We have Abraham, we have FD Tech. They want to remind us what tonight's topic is about.
Okay, good evening. If I can remember very well, I think tonight's section is about the question someone asked you about starting properly or having a right mindset, kind of related stuff. I can't recall very well, but I know it's something related to that.
Yeah, thank you very much. So yeah, we have the topic. Yeah, so I made a post sometime about 2 or 3 weeks ago or thereabout, right, about my transformation progress, my design work, right, from January last year to December last year, right, and I had a series of questions people asking, how did you do it, how did you do it, how did you do that, and everything, right. I was like, okay, in order for me to explain everything that happened during from January to December, let me just have a session where I actually give you the step-by-step process, right? Because I mean, there's a lot of things to say, and I can't just be going into people's DM when after that saying it. So, we're having a session today about starting 2026 with a better mindset, right? With a better mindset, because it goes beyond actually wanting to, oh, you just saw someone's post about result, you just someone that just got land, you just someone that just got a lot of tremendous results, and everybody automatically wants to jump at the results, not focusing on the fact that there is actually a process that led to that result, right? So the main purpose of this session is for us to actually we adjust or we orientate ourselves on the mindset we should have towards having such growth, right? On the mindset we should have towards having such growth. Currently, we have just 4 members here, and we have over 40 people on the group chat. That's quite bad. I mean, people will only be people, right? Humans will be humans. If this was a paid session now, the credit space will be free, right? But that's not the video. So before we continue, let's just quickly go to the group, the WhatsApp chat, and like that 2 or 3 persons that the session has started. That the session has started. Let's just go to WhatsApp to do that. Just start 2 or 3 persons that the session has started. The WhatsApp group is open actually. So let's just quickly do that under 30 seconds. Let's just do that under 30 seconds. Let's just, are we here? Are we still here? Let's just quickly do that real quick. Real quick. I'm also about to share on my WhatsApp status for those that are new to. Okay, so let's just go ahead, I think. Right. So 2025 started out as an interesting year, right? 2025 started out as a year where I basically didn't have any goals. right? I didn't have any goal in the sense that I didn't have any goal regarding my career. Only career regarding anything. Like I was generally was quite an interesting one. I wanted to be like, let's just live according to what God has in plan for us, right? Which that what everybody looks for. But it's very important that as humans we still have our goals. But for 2025, I didn't have anything, right? But it just got to a time I just had to tell myself that you can't keep living like this. You can't keep living aimlessly without doing anything, without having. I was a designer. I started my graphic design during in the 2020. So it's not like I just started designing or anything, right? So I started out that way, and I have to tell myself, okay, you have to actually get better at what you do. You actually have to get better at what you do, right? And then I already completed a 21 days design challenge. That one happened in 2024, right? And with that design challenge, I actually got to connect with a lot of designers that I've seen them grow. I see them doing way better than I was, and they were charging way better. They were doing way better in their design industry. But I was like, not to brag, my design was way better than some of them. Like I'm talking about those that I was looking at right now. Right? I was looking at this because I kept saying their status, right? And that's why the community is very, very important. That design challenge helped me in building my community. I got to meet fellow designers, right? Fellow designers that were basically in the same level. But I saw that they were any more than me. I saw that they were doing way better than me, right? So that alone challenge me to the fact that people like, if this person could be earning this, and your design is better, not to brag. Well, I can brag, not to brag, right? Your design is way better. How can't you earn also what this person is earning? Why can't you also charge what this person is charging, right? So that was one thing I actually had to tell myself that there's more to this design than the nonsense we are charging, right? So before you can actually get to know that, the truth is, some people that are listening to me right now, you may still not have that reality is still will not have gotten done with that. You can actually do better than you are doing until you actually meet people that are of the same category, you're of the same design level, and they are doing better. That was what happened to me. Way before 2024, way before 2023, I had people that always said, they were always telling me, Adebola, do better. My brothers, they were always on my neck. Adebola, you can do better than you are doing. Adebola, you can do this, do that. Guess what? I never listened. Why didn't I listen? Because they were just telling me. I never got to. They were not. They're not basically in the design industry per se, right? So they are not my colleagues. They're just my brothers are going to do well, right? So I never saw it as. I never saw it. Okay, this is something. I never saw it as a chance to do better. But the moment I was with my peers that were doing better than me, and were not doing more than what I was doing when it comes to my skill, then I saw it as a challenge. Then I saw that, okay, I need to actually sit up. I used to tell them now that, thank God I actually joined that channel. Thank God I actually got to meet more designers. If not, I would still have been, I would still have been where I was. They were like, we're telling you then. And the truth is, I still don't blame myself for not listening to them then. Why? Because they were just telling me theory. I wasn't seeing anything, right? I wasn't seeing the fact that I could actually do better. So that's one thing that's one mindset I wanted to change about yourself. You still may not believe now because I'm telling you and you're not seeing it, right? That you can actually do better than you are doing presently. Don't sit at the level that you are. The truth is, you may feel that, oh no, I don't want to sit at the level I am. I want to move, I want to grow, I want to do this. But at the same time, deep down in your mindset, you are not planning to actually grow. You are not planning so you're looking at the result of people, you're looking at my result, the designs are posted, the workspace, you're looking at people's workspace, you're looking at the fact that people are posting that they are buying this, they are buying that, and you want to be like that. Have at the back of your mind that you must do better than you presently are doing. Right? How did I increase charging? Right? That was one of the first things I had to do. Yeah. My beginning of 2025, the first client, okay, this is not yet a full testimony, it's still a testimony in progress, right? But I mean, let me show the part that I can share, right? The beginning of 2025, not the first client, like one of the major clients I got around the first 3-5 months, right? The clients came literally when I was just looking for money for data. Now, this might be funny, right? But it's true. Why is this making so dark? Right? But it's the literal truth, right? I got a client in, and all the clients I was getting there were just you can imagine how much. There's no me giving a price. I was just looking for I just need money to sustain my internet availability. because that was how bad my charges were. That was how low my finance were in the beginning of 2025. So there was no work, so there was no, let me say there was no ambition, right? Because let me just give me money, let me look at see better. Any amount that you can imagine on your head, that's it. It was not 2K. Like, yeah, don't think that low, right? But like I was literally charging based on see not anything, right? But like I just need something to continue to have data, right? That's what I used to put in my like. I was literally charging data money for the first 3 5 months of 2025, right? So when I upgraded and upgraded, but I worked with this particular client, so that so an international client, right? And it got to see value in my design. He referred me to another client. He referred me to a friend of his, which I checked better and all of that. And that was basically like a tremendous change that everything started in. And let me tell you how that again happened, right? That friend he referred me to was now my ISP design as of that time, right? In the sense that it happened in the sense that when he asked me for how much I want to charge his friend, right? Because I never got to talk to his friend, so it was just him I was talking to. When he asked me how much I wanted to charge his friend for the logo, for the brand analytics design and everything, I gave him a price, and he was like, I gave him a price based on the fact that, oh no, let me not start from there. Let me not start from there. Let me start from the fact that I will have working with him for like a month and a half. Then he told me that he has a friend that wants a brand analytics design, a logo design, right? That can I handle it? I said, of course, why can't I? I can handle it. Bear it in mind that, this is 2025 I'm talking about. Bear it in mind that as of that time he was asking me, I think I was like April, no, it was April. We later worked in May. As of that time in April rather, I haven't designed any logo design or brand identity design for that year, for that whole year. Now, why haven't I designed anything? The last logo I worked on before then, I worked on it in like August of 2024. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain this now what happened. I worked on it in August 2024. That logo was bad. I'm not going to lie. That logo was bad. It was terrible. It was whatever you can imagine, right? And I designed it on Canva. Just combine different shapes together, send it, get your money and everything. So the price was also ridiculously low, right? But as of between August 2024 to April 2025, I have grown in my mindset. I have grown in the sense that I knew within me that logo was more than nonsense I did in August. Like I knew that the gap, I didn't practicalize. That's what I said. That's what I said. Only in my mindset. I didn't practicalize the difference between what my logo design is supposed to be. I just knew that another logo you did in August, makes sense. I just knew it, but I never practicalized. I just focused on flyer design, social media design, and all of that, right? So when this man told me that his friend wanted one identity, logo design and everything, I was like, so I said yes, of course. But I was like, deep down within me, I was like, how do I want to do this? In my head, I know that I should do better than I did in August 2024, right? But literally and physically, I know that I don't know how I will do better. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I had that struggle in my mind that, okay, I know I should do better when it comes to what the design should actually look like, the skill, the actual skill. And also I should do better when it comes to the price I charge. The price I charged for the logo in 2024, like, I knew it was, I knew I was supposed to have changed, but I didn't know what to do. It was like an impromptu whatever, right? So he just told me one day that, okay, we are going to get on a call this afternoon, and I'm going to discuss about the logo design for my friend. I started thinking, how much do I charge this guy? Remember, I started working on with him based on I'm looking for data money. So remember that, imagine the ridiculous fee, right? Now, he's referring me to his friend. I mean, there's this mindset of a low budgeted client will definitely refer to another low budgeted client. I might not know about that thing before. A low budgeted client will definitely refer you to another low budget client. Have you heard about it before? So that was what was in my mind. So that this guy is a, let me say, is a client. Is a data client, right? I mean, what good can come out of him, even from his friend, right? So that was the mindset I was fighting with. And when he called me, remember, we ended up getting on the call that day. Okay, how much will I charge for the logo? I charged better. I charged higher than I charged my last logo, which was in August the previous year. But at the same time, it was still ridiculously low to what I had. Remember, I was still in my data money mindset, right? So the moment I gave him a price, but the price I went into the call with, from our discussion, that's one thing you should know. Okay, I'm not going to talk in depth about this. I went in with him. Let me give. I don't want to give exact prices here, right? Right. So let me just say I told him 5,000, yeah, not 5,000, right? But let me just say I told him 5,000. I went in the mindset of, okay, I'm going to give this guy 5,000, yeah, for the logo design, right? Because it's no budget deadline. Wait, it's not 5,000 I gave him, right? But like way 10 times more than that, right? But when we started the call, from the way we were talking, I got to know that the fact that it's a low budgeted client does not mean that the actually does not have this money to pay for service, right? So instead of that 5,000 naira, remember I'm using 5,000 naira as a scenario, right? Instead of that 5,000 naira that I gave him, from our interaction, from the way he was answering questions, from the way I was asking him questions, and he was answering me, I just doubled the price in my mindset. In my mind, like, I'm not giving him that 5,000 naira. So I told him 10,000, yeah. I just I was using my old work skills that time. My mom was directly in front of me, right? It was a video call. It was a video conversation. I just told him 10,000, yeah. Remember, not after 10. We are using this fees as senior, right? So like, am I sure? And as of then, that 10,000 yeah was my highest. As of then, I've not even charged. I'm giving the scenario of this, what I gave him. As of then, I've not even charged up to half of that in my entire career. So I was like, am I sure that money is going to cater for what he actually wants? I was like, are you sure? Am I sure? In the sense that it was like, I was charging minimum low, right? So at the end of the day, we ended up increasing the price. And that alone changed my mindset that I can actually charge more than what I've been charging. As of then, that was my highest paid gig, right? But I can actually charge more than what I'll be charging before, right? Remember the 10,000, 5,000, whatever was a scenario of what we actually charge, of what I actually charge, right? So I have it at the back of my mind that people are ready to pay. People are ready to pay, right? So don't be scared of actually giving price. And one thing you should know now, you might be wondering, how did I go ahead with it? No, now I increased my mindset for pricing far way beyond what I charged in August of 2024. Right now, this was April of 2025, and I increased my price. Now, how okay? So now, how did I actually increase my skill too? Because remember, I was telling myself that I should do better than I did in August, right? So how did I actually increase my skill? I upskilled. Yes, for that particular project, I knew I could not do the nonsense I did in August. And like, as of August, that was my best. Don't get me wrong. But as of April, okay, now May, because we started projects in May. As of May, I knew I have to do better. I mean, I collected times 10 of what I collected in August. So why won't I not do better? Right. So I knew I had to do better. So of course I upskilled. As of then, there was no course or class that I could go for emergency, like I could emergency attend or watch or anything to actually help me with it. What did I do? I went to YouTube. Yes, I went to YouTube to watch better videos on how to do better logo designs, on how to do better brand identity designs. And that was how I was able to complete that week. Like I said, I cannot deliver the nonsense I delivered in August. Maybe I should never make that myself. I cannot deliver what I delivered in August of 2024 for another person in May of 2025. The gap, my mindset gap was already wide, and I also had to increase my skill gap. I also had to increase my skill gap. So that's very, so in as much as you're increasing your mindset, oh, now I can charge better. I mean, I don't have to charge 200K before. I can also charge 200K. Do you have what it takes to actually charge that? I know that I saw this post one time. Somebody was like, the same design you're charging 2K for, somebody charging 500K for. It's not the same. Oh. It's not the same. It's not the same. Oh. Right. So it's not the same in the sense that if you can't actually design it, like I was watching a video on that and somebody was like, if you can't boldly call price for a client, forget the design of what's right. So you have to adjust to the fact that okay, what I was speaking to a student or not like a mentee some weeks ago, like last year basically, and it was like he wants to start charging 20K per design. I don't even know if it's here. I don't think it's here. He wants to start charging 20K per design. And I told him, do you think your design is worth 20K? Do you think anyone will actually want to pay you 20K? And he said no. So how do you want to, if you yourself, you don't believe that your design is worth 20K, how do you want your client to believe? No, answer. How do you have, if you yourself, you don't believe that, okay, working on it, you don't believe that this project is worth 500,000. How you want to open your mouth, talk 500,000 to clients? It's not possible. So you yourself have to understand that. I'm not saying that you have to, okay, well, I believe I can charge 1 million. I believe that. No. If the work you're putting into it is not worth it, please charge your 2K and go. Right? So it is the fact that everything in your mind says that people actually are willing to pay. Now it's left to you to find those people that are willing to pay. It's left to you to find them. You can't remain in the same circle. You can't remain in the same environment and you expect things to change. You can't remain in the same. You can't keep posting to your WhatsApp status like please mute your mind, please. You can't keep posting your designs only to your WhatsApp status, not the world only. You can't keep posting your designs only to your WhatsApp status and you expect to get gig from Instagram. Ow. Just a moment, please. You can't keep posting to your WhatsApp status and expect to get gig from Instagram. You can't keep posting to your WhatsApp status alone and you expect to get gig from LinkedIn. You can't keep posting to your WhatsApp status alone and you expect to get gig from where again? From X, from Facebook, right? So if you are looking for gigs from there, post there. See, okay, enough of the background story and everything. Enough of the background story and everything that we're talking about. Let's give out points. Number one, change your environment. Change your environment. You want to have a better mindset in 2026. You want to do better things in 2026. Change your environment. Now, I'm not saying you should pack out of your house. I'm still living in my parents' house. This is my parents' house. I'm not saying you should pack out of your house. I'm not saying you pack out of anything, right? But change your environment. Your environment might mean anything. Your environment might mean a lot of things. Your environment might mean the community that you are in. Your environment might be the fact that you are not even in any community at all. So change that, and that's a lonely environment. So change that environment and join a good community. The community I joined in, that's 2024. That was one of the best life career-changing experience I ever had. It was a design challenge, a 21 days design challenge, flyer design challenge, right? Like God bless the design king for hosting that design challenge. Bro, I'm not saying he did something to me, right? I'm not saying he did something that actually changed my life, or yeah, he did actually, but like that's not the point of what I'm saying. But the fact that he hosted that challenge, the fact that I participated, that's two. Now the fact that I allowed myself to connect with fellow designers, that's three. I did not only join, I did not only host it, I did not only join, but I also made myself available to interact with fellow designers. If I did not interact, I would not know that people were already charging 10K for design. Yeah, it was from that challenge. I got to know that people they charge 10K. In fact, it was from that challenge I got to know that people were charging 7K. Imagine how bad my charges were there. It was from that challenge, right? Because I was communicating with them. I'm not saying on the group where we were discussing, hello, Mr. Chukwudi, how much are you charging? I connected with these designers. I got to understand, okay, you are charging 10K as how, right? So that alone challenged me. And I got to know, they're charging 10K for this your design. And as of then, my highest paid design in 2024 was, as of that time actually, was 4,000. 4,000, yeah. Right. So it was so, I said, my design is better. Why are you charging 10K? I had to adjust my mindset. I cannot remain in my WhatsApp. I cannot keep posting to my WhatsApp status every day only and expect to look for gig outside. Like presently now, I don't think there's any of my friends, like personal friends, classmates in school that can pay for my design. As of now, at least for those that have reached out to me, I don't think there's any of them that can pay. And even my family members, I don't think there's any of them that can actually pay for my design. Pay in the sense that I've increased my price way beyond all their budgets. I'm not saying that they won't trust me with their design. But bro, I will not collect 20,000 naira from you because you're my friend. I will give you your proper billing. I'm not saying proper billing as in I will bill you on it. I will give you your proper price. A friend of mine wanted to refer me to someone one time. And I was like, I don't remember I still have the chat. In fact, I almost pretended that chat to not post about it. It was like, charge them small. You know, say we. I said, don't do that. Don't dare that. Because you are referring him, I should charge him small against my own charges. I'm not going to do that. It's better you and your friend pack your load and go. I'm not looking for family and friends clients. I'm not looking for family. I will charge him according to what he needs, according to whatever he wants me to work on. I will charge him according to that. If he doesn't want back to the sender, I will refer him back to you. Right, so none of them can afford me. One still came to my DM some weeks ago. I gave him a price, and he ran. I mean, is there any of them that have not come to me for design before? I will give you your fee. If I see you do something, if I see you do something like you're showing up online, you're doing something that regards your brand, like my friends and all that, and I see that you need a good design, and out of my loving heart, I decide to do a design for you. All well and good, right? No charges, free, no big deal, right? But you use your two left leg to enter my DM and start explaining, Adebola, you know that we are friends, you know that we are this, you know that we have known each other for the past 30 years, blah, 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 blah. Can you work on the design? I will work. You have my money to pay. It's as simple as that. So erase that mind. So if you want to be like that, you want to be able to say no to family and friends. My brother wanted me to work on a design for him. I don't know if it's here. They cannot talk him. My brother wanted me to work on a design for him some months ago for his community. I gave him price. He said he's not doing it. I'm not saying I can work on design for him, of course, but like he said he's not doing it. That the money is too much for him. It's like, so if you are not staying in your WhatsApp status, like every day you're posting, this is my design, send me a DM for your design. Who are you posting to? Don't be your family and friends through your WhatsApp. So imagine that was what I've been doing, just posting my WhatsApp. You see my family and friends, I'll just be crying every day that there's no clients because I'm giving my family and friends bills. Okay, I won't call it bills. I'm giving my family and friends my charges, and they're saying no. So what do you expect me to do? Go and look for those that will pay you those charges that you want. You want to charge 500K. Your family member will not go, at least I don't know the kind of family you are coming from, but my family member are not going to give me 500 for a design. So I don't know if yours will do that for you. Well, if they will, refer them to me. Right? So you want to charge 20-30K, you want to charge 1 million, and you're sticking to your WhatsApp state of family, my family and friends. Go out to where those that actually value you, Go out, go on social media. Your family, your WhatsApp status, your WhatsApp viewers, they never increase except you. Okay, I'm going to say Yoruba. Yoruba will say tiraka. Except you work on it. Except you start saving people's contacts. Except they save your contacts too. Before your WhatsApp status will ever increase. So why stick to somewhere that why stick to somewhere that your views, your audience are static? Why do that? When you can go online, go on other social media platforms and increase the numbers of those that are seeing your work every day. So if there's anything you're going to take from this entire session, we still have a lot of time. I've just talked about point one. Oh my god, I'm not this is just 1 hour. But I've just talked about point one. Change your environment. Go outside. Leave your WhatsApp alone. I'm not saying it's a let's not be your only place where you show your work. Before I post anything before I post any design on my WhatsApp status, forget it. I don't post them outside. I don't invite clients for WhatsApp. I don't look for whatever I'm posting is to encourage designers that are in my contact list. I'm not looking for clients there because really, to the best of my knowledge, there's no clients there. At least for my own contact list. Maybe because let me say I don't have church members numbers that even I don't even want church members clients. I don't want that kind of clients. Let me go outside. So if you're also someone like that, go outside. Don't remain somewhere. Show up. And don't just okay. I don't want to talk about show up. I don't just show up strategically. We're not going to go in depth about showing up strategically because that one is for those that are participating in the design challenge, how to actually show up. Because you can't just someone think that okay, you also want to start second. I say successful. You can show up for 365 days and not get a single client. So people are like, oh, it's not possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. If you don't do it well, you will not get results. So in all you're showing up, show up well. Show up strategically. Know why you're I'm talking too much. Let's move to the next point. All right. So are we still together? Are we still together? Are we still together? Let's quickly get some response in the chat box. Are we
Yes,
still
ma'am.
together? Okay. Okay. So yeah. So don't just show up like, okay, now whatever I said we should show up. Let's let everybody go and show up. Show up like I don't even know what you're doing. You don't need to talk too much. Let's move on. Number two, clarity comes from action, not from. Now, something happened to me last year. I didn't have clients for almost 2 months. Like, see, beyond all the drama, I won't call it drama, beyond all the everything that we're showing up online. Okay, I would say some people get clients every day, right? I mean, don't let me generalize it, right? So some people do. But yeah, not everybody gets client every day. So there was a time last year I didn't get client for 2 whole months. I cried, shaking. Right. So what am I saying? Clarity comes from action and not overthinking. In the sense that don't overthink everything. Don't overthink like, oh my god, I'm not getting clients, I'm not doing this. You're just allowing it to weigh you down. Take action. You're not getting clients. Think about it. What next should you do? Make research, ask questions, ask those who can actually reach out to. What next can you do to actually get clients? You have not gotten clients for about a month. Think about what next can you wait. Just a moment, let me be sure this thing is recording. Oh my god, I think if I want to do that now, this thing record too. But let's just believe this though. Let's believe it is. Okay, I think it's supposed to show here. It's not showing yet. But let's just believe it is actually. Right. So, what was I saying again? Don't just allow the thought of, oh, you're not getting clients, you're not this, you're not that. Take action, make research, ask questions, ask your mentor, what next can you do? This is what you have done so far. This is how much you have shown up so far. These are the actions you have taken so far. What are the better things you can actually do to get clients? Because what is the cocoa of designing if you're not getting clients? I mean, I don't know why you're designing. You're designing for passion or for fun, but me, I'm designing for money. Someone was asking me, I think the person asked this, I answered this morning, right? The person was like, what drives me? Like, what encourages me to do that? I need money. I need money. If I don't get better, I won't get more money. So I need to get better to get more money. I'm not getting better for the fun of it. I'm getting better because if I get better, if I'm able to design better, if I'm able to satisfy my clients better, I'll be able to earn more. I will stop charging 2K, right? Everybody wants to live 2K. I will stop charging 2K, right? So that's the drive. Get better, show better. Every day, think about, look up every day, how can I be 1% better? Yes, I want to stop charging 2K. I'm tired. Right? So have it in mind, on the back of the mind that your next client, you are doing better. And now you might be like, okay, I don't have to talk about charging better. My next client, I want to charge them 500K. I pity you. I pity you. I think I talked about this in one of my video content some weeks ago or some days ago. That's something about the fact that you don't just wake up one day and feel like you want to increase your price. You will cry. You don't just wake up one day and be like you want to increase your price. If you have returning client, a client that have been working with you perfectly for some weeks or for some months, and you have been charging them that low budgeted, this stuff is getting too much. How should I reduce it? I'm already saying too much things that I'm not supposed to be saying on this live. But let's go wide. If you already have returning client that already charge, let's even say they are charging you low, right? And now you just wake up one day, you want to increase your price. Let's give a price. What kind of low price could you be charged? Could someone be charging, or could someone be paying you for design? Like returning client now, not one-time client. Give me free, not 2,000, please. I just gonna beg. Give me a fee. Like, what are they presently paying you? I'm not saying you, like, what can they be presently paying you now, and what do you want to increase your price to? Yeah, people should suggest now. We are plenty on this live. You guys should suggest. Like the before and after, what they are presently paying. Maybe they're presently paying you not to pick up for it. They're presently paying you 5K, you want to increase your price to 20K, or you want to increase your price to 10K or thereabouts. Give suggestion. I'm not seeing anything in the chat box. I'm not seeing anything in the chat, but we are waiting for someone to give a suggestion. Like a before and after price. You want to increase your price from something to something. No suggestion. Okay, so let me give my suggestion. I guess I'm the only one talking to myself then, since nobody is suggesting anything. Abi? Okay. But that's the next question later on, and I don't get any response. We just call it a day, but I have other things to work on. Okay, so let me give a suggestion, right? Let's say we are presently charging, let's say 5K, right? Let's say 5K, and you are good with 5K. You already have returning clients for 5K. And okay, so on your suggestion, you want to start charging 25,000 here. For what? Let's say for flyer design, right? You want to start charging 25,000. You don't just wake up one day and tell your client that it's not 25,000 here. You don't just do that. You don't just do that. If not, automatically they will run. They're not just going to fly. They will fly. Okay, something from 5K to 10K, okay? They will run. Because I expect to just wake up one day and tell me, when you're not the only designer, are you kidding? You're not the only designer, but forget the fact that I've been working with you for 6 months. You can't just tell me from 5K to 20K, or someone say from 5K to 10K, and you expect me to sit down with you. Please try look for someone. So this is what you should do. You want to increase your price, especially if it's something I like double or triple what you have been charging before. Look at the fact that when do you actually want to start charging this high? Let's say 10K. 10K service. Let's say 15K. You have started charging, you have been working for 5K for some months. You want to start charging 15K now. Don't just, right? So have it in mind, when do you want to start charging this 15K? Right? Let's say this is January, you want to start charging 15K in, let's say February. February depends on how much you earn. February, right? So you look at it and say, okay, you are charging 5K now. You already have clients that are comfortably paying you 5K for designs. I want to start charging 15K in February. What should you do? Continue charging your 5K. Yes, well, hopefully they're supposed to be recording. You have to confirm it now. This class will stop. But yeah, I actually keep recording, so it should be. I mean, right. So you want to start charging 15K from February 1st, right? And we are in January already. Continue charging your 5K. Why should you save up? Save up from the rainy day. Because after the back reminder, there's a possibility that all your clients will want to run the moment you tell them that you are increasing price. There's that plaque. So after the back reminder, what if they run? What to use to feed? When except you have backup somewhere, right? So the idea of still charging 5K is that save up, like add, oh god, I'm like put more pressure on your work. Advertise everybody, you come and do design, no you pally. In the sense that do as much design as possible. Why? You want to save up. I see those 5,000 that are charging, you are saving just remove your 500 naira for 500 naira for tights now. Move 500 naira for tights. Remove one to square to okay, like that. Right. So as you get 500 naira for design, remove 500 naira for tights. Remove 1,500 for data subscription. The remaining 3,000, keep it. You get another client again. Do the same thing. Keep 3,000. Save up like that until you have them like 300,000 or 500,000. You keep it. Now, what is the essence of keeping that? And after that, remember, it may increase your price. Okay, I'm getting calls. Who did this now? Okay, so sorry, I'm getting calls. That's why this thing is disconnecting. I don't even know who this is. I don't know why, but I hate when people call me. Wow. Just a moment, let me quickly check who this is. Who is this? Okay, so that's that actually. So what should I say? So yeah, save up to 300 or 500,000, right? Because why? You are saving up in the mindset that you are increasing your price soon. So when you are saving up, right? You see that this old January that you're using to save up, you're using to still reduce your price to 5K. They are still charging 5K, you're still doing blah blah blah. Start looking for, I'm not saying that you should not charge anybody more than 5K. Start looking for high paying gigs. Design, don't design, oh, I'm designing just for 5K. Let me just design anything. Still design with all your mind. Still design with everything in you, right? Because these are the workings you are going to use to show to your 15K potential clients that you can actually charge for 15K. Right? And start telling your old clients, oh my god, this call is distracting. My example. And start telling your old client, your present clients rather, that prices increase. Like the truth about this thing is that's why I usually advise that get on a call with your clients. You get to understand what they're saying better. You get to understand those that you can immediately tell them that from today to today we are increasing price. And they will pay for that 15K. You don't have to stick to 5K for that. But imagine you have 5 different clients, comfortably paying you 5,000 here. Out of those 5 different clients, there will be one of them that will be ready to automatically increase their paying you from 5,000 to 15K. But how will you know? Do you know which of them is actually available to pay you that? Who has an idea you know that? Who has an idea? How you will, out of your 5 clients that are paying you 5K, which of them will actually be ready to pay you 15K for your design without long talk? How will you know them? Who has an idea? Who has an idea? Who has an idea? No one. Okay, so let's go ahead actually, right? Based on their feedback, okay, on the right? Because you have to discuss with them, and this kind of discussion It's better done on a call. I usually tell my students, I usually tell my mentees, don't sit down with chat and be chatting clients, especially when they are new clients, even old clients, even returning clients. Sometimes get on a call with them, right? Hear their voice. This is what I was telling somebody sometime ago. Hear their voice, hear the tone in their voice, hear their feedback. Don't just chat. You just carry your phone. Hello, Mr. Michael. I'm not charging 15K for a design. I'm no longer charging 5K for a design. Let me tell you, okay, thank you. The end, that you have lost that client. But get on a call with them. I still increase my price for one of my returning clients this December. Last time we worked was like August of last year. Was it August of July or thereabouts? Yeah. It came in December. I wanted some designs. It came towards the end of December. I wanted some design and everything. I gave him price like literally double of what I used to charge him then, right? And I was like, why? We talk long. I think my mom is like 20 minutes or so, talking on price. Guess what? We didn't let that work. He said, don't worry, when it gets to January, when he needs better design or when he needs bulk design, he reached out to me. It's yet to reach out to me, but I can tell you, I can beat my chest that he reached out to me. Why? Because I've created designs for him that he loved and that worked for his brand. So I can beat my chest to say that he will reach out to me and he will pay that double fee that I gave him. Right. So you don't just sit down with your phone and say, I'm the boss, and you're just chatting, hello, Mr. Mike, I'm not increasing my price. You get on a call, hear their feedback. From the way we communicated with from the way I communicated with my clients in December, I know that you reach out to me. Right. So if it's someone that you will not chat to me, I don't lose that client. I will know from the communication. And from the way we communicated, I know that when he reached out to me, when he eventually reached out to me, I will not reduce that price. Why? Because I had the tone of his voice when we were discussing in December, when I introduced him to the new fee. But if it was in chat, he would just tell me, okay, Abby, two of us. He would just tell me, okay. And I won't know if his okay means, okay, he will get back, or okay, he's not doing it again. But on the call, it was a video call. On the call, I could see and I could know that, this person actually values my work and he will get back to me. Not all clients like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying hey, I will get back to you. I actually get back to you. This guy is using. I was just checking it. This guy is using templates to send me code in. Anyway, that story is for our WhatsApp status. So I got on a call with him. I could understand what he wants. So when you're increasing your price, like I was okay, that's very, very beautiful. Still get on a call with your 5 returning clients. Get on a call with all of them. Some of them will not want to call, right? If you've never called them before, but try to convince them to get on a call. I'm not saying when you don't have any business with them, but like you should know your clients basically. You should know those that you can get on a call with anytime, any day kind of thing. You should know those that it's when they reach out to you that you tell them that, okay, let's get on a call to discuss this, right? So tell them, there's a way you can sample those that like to understand it better, but everything is said in them. I wrote an ebook about questionnaire, how to onboard a new client and all of that, right? So you can always get it right. So get on a call with them, discuss with them, get to know about what they need, and let them know the fact that you have improved in your design. If you actually have, if you never improved, sit down with your 2K. If you have not improved, sit down with your 2K. So before you jump out, you want to start charging 500K. Have you actually improved? So right. So show them workings that you have actually improved in your design. Your design is worth more than what you used to charge before and everything, right? You can still use that one to sample their reaction, the way they sound on their voice. Oh, did their voice change? Did their voice suddenly change to somebody like, oh, the person don't cut you off, and you're just talking on your own, right? Immediately you hear that kind of tone, and you still want to work with those. Imagine you are still in your January of saving because it's not fair. You actually want to cut off everything that concerns 5K. Imagine immediately you hear that, maybe I said this someone run. Sit down with your 5K. Find a way to adjust back, like to rephrase and paraphrase whatever it is you are saying, to stick to your 5K for the rest of this month. Why? You are saving up. I never blame people. You're turning 2K. Oh, that's too low. Why are you turning 2K? You might have your reason. Right. So if you hear the tone of the voice like, this person won't run, sit down with your 5K and tell them, okay, you're like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be smart about this. It's wisdom for you to know how to adjust from you're pitching to them. The idea of getting on a call with them, okay, you want to start charging 15K, is that you're pitching it to them to sample what they will say. If they seem like, oh, they're actually willing to oblige to your 15K, push forward and continue. Remember, always in the back of your mind, I'm giving a scenario. January is your time. Okay. So don't be, if there are some of them out of those 5, definitely one of them that you can be adamant to be like, and you say it's 15K, at least there'll be one of them. Right. So, and that's a good one. So, yeah, for this particular time, from January, they're started charging 15K. So when you enter February self, you'll be good to go. So out of those 5 today, one of them will be like, and I don't have 15K now. Can we start to 10K? Good. Remember, you're in your saving months. You're in your saving months. You're preparing for the raining days, Abby. You're preparing for it. Dry days, they call it. You're preparing for when you eventually increase your price and you might not send it client. So the one you have, this one agree for 10K, collect them. And the ones that are still like, no, the one that didn't like, they want to fly away the moment you call increasement, collect your 5K and tell them that once it's February, your prices increase. If I tell them that you have increased your prices from January 1st, you're just informing them. This secret is already pointing on. You're just informing them because they are returning clients and invest, right? So you can always continue with them for the January, right? So once you get to February, also remember that in that January, you're not sticking to just those 5 clients. Because at the end of the day, that client that agrees to start paying you 10K, you might get tired one day and be like, you said 5K now. I mean, why? Like, you might get tired one day and stop, right? And go and look for another 5K designer, right? The one that agreed to pay you 15K, it might be, maybe you had money that day. You can wake up one day and be like, you don't have 15K again, or can you still do the one of 5K for it, right? So, even though you are in your saving months, still reaching out to other people. Maybe when I was talking about as change your environment. Don't just you have 5 clients, you are sitting there like a boss. Not that then you pay 15K. So still reach out, still post out, still get more clients. And when you're getting more clients, you're pitching yourself for higher fees. It's generally not now the more that you're looking for new clients and you're still paying them 5K. Asal now. So you are paying for 15K in February. January is the month where, as you're getting new clients, be pitching them with higher fees. We have talked about increasing your price. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so we have talked about, third one is supposed to be visibility, and we have talked a lot about visibility. And let me emphasize on visibility. Show up. See, guys. Show up. Wait. Show up. Just remain where. Don't remain in the box where you are. Okay, so we have some people join us. Let me read. That was show me it's about powers and remember maybe WhatsApp, straight on WhatsApp, another basically is that's why if it's in October, want to get clients. I was asking that when did I got results in the 50 days logo design challenge? Did I make clients? What do I want to win before? What better results can I get? Yes, visibility also, of course, brings clients, right? So that's why I'm starting again. That's why I'm starting another 100 days design challenge, logo design challenge, right? Because I got results and I need more results, right? So show up like your life depends on it. Because the truth is, it actually does. Yes, it actually does. But you don't show up, how will people see you if they actually want to patronize you? how people see you to actually want to reach out to you, or like, come on, show up, please. Like, this is me begging you. Show up. Show up. Don't back out, or okay, you don't have to show up. Don't back out on see, show up. If you don't have any platform where you presently show up, please go and get a social media platform. Show up somewhere, show up on X, show up on where again? Show up on LinkedIn, show up on TikTok, show up on Facebook. I'm not gonna ask you active. I don't know my Facebook password again. Show up somewhere. Right? Because like, where else do you want to get clients? People will know you can't just put your hands like this and you expect birds to come and perch on your hands. What are they coming to perch on? They have to be grains or whatever it is that it is for them to want to fly around you. Right, so you're looking for clients. What do you think will attract clients? When you show up a good design. When I posted about the medical design, but in my day 10 of design challenge, I got a design related to medical. That's what I'm showing up strategically. Okay. That's what I'm showing up strategically. I got a design related to medical. That was basically my first design related to medical. Why do you think I did another design related to medical? It was not yesterday. That suit, Kokolo. I'm trying my luck again to work. Right, so show up and show up strategically. Don't just show up for, okay, I realize you know there is this. Let me also start my own. Do you know what you are doing? I'm not saying you should not start. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should not start. I'm not saying you should not. Well, I will 100% support you and encourage you and all of that. But make sure you know what you are doing. Make sure you have a target. Make sure you know those that you are targeting. Don't just, please. And also, ask questions. Ask questions. Get on a call. Get on a call with your clients. Like, get on a call with your clients. Ask questions. I have an ebook that is titled Onboarding Clients Questionnaire. Yes, it's detailed on how to actually understand your client, how to actually ask the proper question when getting a client. When a new client comes to you, how to actually properly ask them questions for them to get on board with you, or for you to even know how to properly charge them. Because the truth is, if you don't ask the right question, you end up charging your 2K, your 5K. But when you ask the proper question, you know, okay, this client, I can charge this client 200K. There was this time I was in my broke level, like, no shishi, was it me? I got on a call with the client. My intention, sincerely, I'm going to call prices now. My intention was to, like, I was so broke that time, and this client just came to my GM and all of that. My intention was to charge that client 60,000 naira. 60,000 naira for that particular design. Guess how much I ended up charging the client? 300,000 naira. Why? Because we got on a call and I asked questions. So the members we got on a call, I asked questions and I got to know, okay, this client will be like, see, I asked the right question. So if you don't know the right question to ask, you will keep charging your 5K. Someone comes to your DM, hello, Jumoke, I need a design. The next thing you say, design is 2K. Asauna. You don't even know what they want. So get on a call with your client, ask them what they want, why they want it. Ask them certain questions, important questions. Why do you want this design? What is the purpose for? Who are your targeted audience? What is the duration of you using this design for? There was a time I got a client I wanted to launch something new, and she was like, okay, because oh my god, that must go down data. We got on several calls, trying to understand what teacher that she wants, our audience, our packaging, everything. And at the end of it, she was like, oh my god, our best decision is reaching out to me for the design. You see, she won't come to me for the next design next time, because I was available for her. Right, so please let's do better. Let's take. Oh my god, this is after night. Let's quickly take some questions. If you have questions, please do well to ask. If you have questions, please do well to ask. Let's answer a few questions before we call it a day. If you have questions, please do well. Questions about anything basically, please do well to ask. Please do well to ask. And yes, for the design challenge, let me quickly. If you have questions, you can ask. We answer it. Please type your questions actually. For the design challenge starts next week, Monday, right? And our body session is this Friday. And once your body session holds, No more entry, right? Because I'm not going to be doing, oh, Adebra, please resend the onboarding instruction. Please resend the instruction. Please do that. Please do this. No, right? So if you have questions, if you are yet to join the design challenge, you can also do how to do that. We presently have over 80 people that have joined. Someone just pay safe now. So if you have questions, please let's ask so that we can call it a day. Wait, these are different people's names. If you have questions, please let's ask. Or we don't have questions, should we call it a day right now? There's no way the choose is okay. So we have a question. What if you are dealing with a client that doesn't know what they want? Yeah, there's not a client we don't know what they want. Clients like that are never serious. There's no how someone we don't know what they want. They always know what they want. It's just left to you to ask them the right question. Yes, it's just left for you to know how to get it from you and to direct them. That is it. You direct them properly. Yeah, there's some people that don't know that. They have to know who they actually want to serve. They do know. They just don't know how to communicate it with you. It's not left to you to properly put them aright on how to direct them. They always know. It's left for you to re-strategize or rearrange your question. Some people don't even know what targeted audience means. Right? Yeah, some people don't know what's targeted, they don't know what it means. So it's left to you to rearrange your question and ask them in a way that they will understand. That's why I usually advise get on a call. People like that will get bored when you're asking those questions on chat. So get on a call where you can ask them when will they be comfortable, when will they be available for a call. Get on a call with them. And by that time, to you they will have made research on your type of brand. Just rearrange the question, ask them in a more simpler way for them to understand. Targeted audience, who are those that they actually want to patronize them? You want them that you want everybody to patronize you as a sow. You want people from UK to come and buy your cooked rice that you're cooking, yeah? Okay, people do that actually, but is that actually your targeted audience for now? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So do you have any more questions before we call it a do you have any more questions? No, but I don't know that asked me my DM today already. Are you? That will be shared. Yes, now you are now. I think it will be shared in the body session. Body session is on Friday. I talked about it briefly, yeah, actually. I'll be sending the recording. I talked about it briefly, yeah. I talked about it briefly already. But we're talking more about it on Friday because we have to prepare for the design challenge. To do well, you are covered. You are covered. Client acquisition. See, everything I talked about today is based on client acquisition. Everything I talked about today is client acquisition. That's how to get clients. I talked about what I did. I talked about how I did it. Everything I thought. If you do everything that we all talked about today, and you don't get clients, I'm gonna go for deliverance. You just join now. You just joined now. You're one of the first people that joined now. Like I was asking if your name is Prosper. You didn't leave. You listen to the you listen to the audio. Favor. I'll be sending the audio actually, the recording. Yeah. I sent the recording. It's recorded. Yeah, I talked about showing up online strategically. I talked about okay, that's this we do. What about that stuff? So do you have any more questions before we call it today? If you want to know how to properly ask your clients questions, how to properly onboard them, you can get my ebook on questionnaire, client onboarding questionnaire, to properly know how to ask questions and to properly know how to charge your clients when they actually reach out to you. Because the truth is, you can't charge to clients the same way. Some people say that they have rate card. There's no rate card though. I don't do rate card. You reach out to me and I'm like, how much do you charge for this? What do you want? And it's just a flyer design. There's nothing like just a flyer design. We get on a call on you. There's nothing like it's just a flyer design. There's nothing like that. We get on a call, we have to discuss what exactly you want. And now we allow me to know whether you're a 50K client or you're a 200,000 client. Because I can't answer you, okay, I charge 100K for flyer design now. And by the end of the day, when I end up finishing the design, I started looking at design that I supposed to charge this person 200K. No, I'm not gonna be having that regret. Let's get on the call. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear your passion. Let me hear your pain. Which question? Be like, say my friends. I didn't see your question. What are you doing? I didn't see your question. How do I charge them without them not running away? Yeah, that's what I said. Get on the call with them. Wait to listen to separate. Get on the call with them. Understand them. Understand them. That's what you will be able to know what to charge them. Understand them. Understand them. Very, very important. If you don't understand them, you'll be able to charge them well. Yes. You'll be able to charge them well. And know your words. Know your own words too. Know your at all, I cannot collect this price. Right? Because no matter how old you want to be understanding to a client, there's some fees you can never collect, right? So any other questions, or we just do you have any other question? What do I say about cold DMing? Funny enough, I've never gotten clients buy cold DMing before. I've never even tried it before. Maybe once or twice, but I've never gotten it. It's something I actually want to dive into in general. As also I haven't started. Before this 100 days design challenge, that was what I was planning to do for January. That for the whole January, I'll be sending cold DMs. Sincerely, that was what I planned to do. Right. But one thing I want to say about cold DMing is that there's never a template for cold DMing. Never. Like when I was saying that somebody just sent me a message, that guy is using templates and it's not okay. There's never a template for you can't message two different brands the same way as cold DMing and you're using templates. Why? Because there are two different people, there are two different brands. Before you send out a cold DM, make research on this particular brand. It's basically the same thing of when they come to you and you can't just jump at, oh, I charge 300K. Make research. You want to send a code DM to a particular brand. Make research on what this particular brand does. A student reached out to me, like, he sent a code DM to. I don't know if it's yourself. He sent a code DM to someone, blah blah blah. He wants to charge them 20K per design and everything. I went to their page. that he sent me the link to the people he sent code into. I went to their page and I went back to my students. I said that you look this people page finish. You think these people will have 20K to pay for design? Forget that, okay, they don't have good designs on their page, blah, blah, blah. Your own design is worth 20K. Do you think in your heart of hearts that these people actually have 20K to pay for design? No. So why are you just jumping and you want to sell coding? You want to say, no, make research. But the way that I'm saying is that those people page, if they give you 5K, thank God for life. Right? So you scream that and be like, no, these people are not part of those people I'm supposed to send code DMs to. You're looking for people that will pay you 50K per design. Make research on them. Don't just look for a mama put that is using counter to sell food and you're sending code DM to her that she's come and pay 100K per design. Does that make sense? If you want to reach out to mama put for coding, just know that you're ready to do design for, you're ready to create a design for them in a stage of 1 plate of rice and egg. So when you're sending coding like that, make research. Like it's even down, it's even sweet. You get to know who we are actually reaching out to, but inbound is sweeter. I mean, what has best me is inbound. Inbound is sweeter in the sense that no long talk. If you don't have the money, move. Right? But there's no me trying to preach to you or pitch to you that, oh, and I can do it too. You saw my work before you came to me. So let's take one more question before we call it a day. If we have. So do we have one more question? In the next, let's say the next 2 minutes, in the next 3 minutes, we call it a day. Yeah. Once it's 9:25, we call it a day. Once it's 9:25, do we have questions before we call it a day? We're going to day now. So lastly, let me just give this last call. If you desire to join the design challenge, let me see how many slots left. If we decide to join the design challenge, we presently have only 13 slots left. Only 13 slots left for the design challenge. And access fee is 2,000 naira. And for the ebook, yeah, I talk about my ebook a lot. If you want to get access to that one, send me again. It's not free. You can only send me again. It's how many pages is it? Like it's the ebook is bulky. The ebook is solid. Really, really solid. Really, 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 really solid. Yeah, so we're calling it a day right about now. That's about 10 pages, 10 chapters rather. Your account got blocked there because of, is it because of the code hearing? What I can't recommend platform for coding. Because you can basically use any platform. I can't recommend you can use any platform as far as you have access to their DM. And like I said, make research. When you're sending code DM, you don't necessarily have to even send code DM to 5 brand only you have fun. When you're sending code, you don't necessarily have to send it to their DM. They have email. Abby. They have email. I said that you can't handle 2 brands the same way. You can send code DM to brand A in their actual DM, social media platform DM, and brand B, when you look at the structure of how they handle their things on their social media level, you look at this people no go dey with DM. You know that email is the best place to send DM. Send the code DM to this particular brand. You look at brand B, you look like these people will not check email, these people will not check DM. Let me go and look for their HR. You make without saying make research. It's not something that today I want to send code DM to 10 people. You cannot do. Make research before you send code DM. Why am I even saying make research? Make research so you even know what they need. Imagine you are sending code. There's still somebody in my DM sending me if I need design. You want to send code DM. It did not say that if I have design to outsource to him that he is a designer. If I need design that he wants to design. No, you might be thinking that, okay, maybe he wants to do the design for me for free or something like that. No. So please don't send code DM to people that don't need your service. And it's not all, they don't have good design. They don't have good design. That's how to do design for them. Do they actually need you? No, right? They don't need you. Move, move, right? Make research, right? So I think we call it a day now. Ah, I think we call it a day now. All right. So good night, everyone. See you all in the good. Yes, the recording will be provided. The recording will actually be provided. Bye. See you all in the good. Bye.